such a so-and-so.
And as that happens, I come flying through your window. I'm going to risk broken glass cutting me and killing me just to kill you.
No,
Yeah.
you wouldn't.
Absolutely would.
Okay. Well, I know not to do what I was going to do.
Yeah, don't do it.
Okay. So what you doing, man?
Just hanging out.
Yeah.
Have we started?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the weekend.
It's the weekend. Yeah.
You know it's gonna be
I'm not worth shit on the weekend. My days off, man, I don't do anything.
Quite the contrary. These are always the best episodes because they're laid back. They're relaxed.
Yeah. No, I mean,
I spend
I'm just
most
saying.
of my time in this position.
I get people when they ask me, they're like, "What are you gonna do this week?" I'm like, "Nothing.
Nothing.
I'm gonna sleep in. I've been waking up at 5 a.m. all week."
Yeah. I'm not doing
One, because I hate day shift to begin with.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Me
no,
too.
I'm just not gonna. Yesterday, I did laundry. That's it.
Yeah.
Completely worthless.
Me too. I hate day shift. I hate it. Hate it.
And I just not worth a damn thing. Other people, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do this. Like, that sounds so exhausting. No.
I don't know how people like work all week and then like want to go out and like do like all this shit on the weekends. I'm like, bro,
No,
I just
that's what
worked
I'm
my
saying.
nuts off.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I
almost went out last night. I had a friend's birthday, and they were asking, "Are you gonna come by? The bar?" I said, maybe. I'm gonna feel if I'm feeling up to it. By the time I got done doing laundry and putting another load in, I was like, you know what? Man, just put on a movie, order pizza. I'm good.
I had pizza.
I'm boring, man. That's what I tell people. I
me
did
too.
go out to the bar Friday night, and they haven't seen me in months.
Yeah.
So when they see me, like, "What are you up to?" I said, nothing.
Nothing.
I
Literally
have
nothing.
to report.
No, nothing to report back here.
Now I live a boring life.
Yeah, I like to live a bar.
Who was it? I was telling him at the
enjoy
bar.
my
I said, I was telling him about. I just want to go home, sit in my empty box, turn my brain off. Goes, and if you look and go, wait, what are you thinking about? Nothing.
Yeah, that's
Like truly. And then I guess the best analogy I could put was the hamster when he's running is no longer running.
Yep.
He's
resting.
His arms and legs are just on the outside of the wheel, and it's just doing this little turn as he lays there.
My mom gets really mad at me yawning, by the way. Should have told me that. No.
Do you want to let people know that I'm her favorite?
Yeah, apparently, Garrett's your favorite.
You're her son.
Yeah, I'm her son. I couldn't
I'm
get the
her
favorite thing.
She gave birth to you. She gave you life.
She's like, Garrett's really funny. He's my favorite one on there.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on?
My mom don't even watch.
I was like, what the hell's happening?
If it makes you feel better, my mother was ashamed of me of the first episode. She watched the first episode and that was it. And I got, Garrett, you cuss too much. I was like, oh, I know.
You know, it happens.
I cuss like a sailor.
We don't cuss on the other show. Or we try not to. We try to keep it clean on the other show. But
Which one? The last minute laughs?
yeah, but something inevitably always comes out.
It's hard.
So
It's hard to do.
what brought it all up? What brought this all up is Colton's mom was like, "Man, y'all cuss a lot." So like now, anytime it's almost like we've bleeped ourselves. Anytime a cuss word comes out, it's shortly followed by "Sorry, Pam." So we thought about that being the first shirt is just last minute laugh on the front, and then on the back it just says hashtag Sorry, Pam.
We need some. We're no experts. Jesus Tyler.
So that being said, I went to make them yesterday, but we got everything made. I haven't put everything on yet.
Yeah.
But all of it's made, so I'm going back over this week to put everything on it, and then that first grouping will probably just give them away. The second grouping is when we'll take
one,
pictures of them and everything so that we know.
It's just the letters. The first of them, like, goddamn white boy, your dick hard. just the first letters. That's what you got to have on the back. That way they're like, huh? I'm like, watch the show, you'll get
if
it.
you can figure it out.
You'll figure it out.
Oh yeah, so your mom's house did that with the DRD or whatever they said. It was like, what was it? Girls that ride, girlfriends that ride or die or some shit like that. I can't remember what it was now. But they had like a contest to see who could figure it out. Oh my god.
We need to do something like that.
Yeah.
We definitely need we're no experts on the front and on the back. Hashtag Jesus Tyler.
Yeah, Jesus Tyler's got to be one.
We use that because we say that off air every fucking day.
Yeah.
I catch myself at home doing it when you're not even I'm not even on the phone with you. I'll watch something on TikTok and it was the video I sent you. All right, first off, any woman who gets domed and doesn't know it's coming, and the person, they don't realize that they were going to do it.
Yeah.
That is the truest, like, just knockout, just like, oh, shit. And when I watched that, I literally laid in bed watching that. I go, Jesus, Tyler.
I did that to my mom.
You didn't realize you had no plans. I'm like, all right, I'm just joking around.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I connected.
So I didn't connect with her head, but I punched my mom in the shoulder so hard. I'm serious. You should have seen the bruise. It was insane. And it was one of those complete accident. Like, didn't mean to, and just turned around and literally hit my, like if you were going to dead arm somebody.
Yeah.
That's where I hit her, except I hit her with everything I had. Like, she got it all. Her arm it looked like it separated her shoulder. Her arm just dropped. She goes, I've never been hit that hard in my life. That was my mother that I did.
What'd you tell your dad?
My dad was standing right there and he goes, what the hell? He looked at my mom and said, you don't move very fast. Yeah,
not don't hit your mother. Like, don't you ever do that. It was just like, you don't move that quick.
Well, we were going around, and I can't remember. She wanted to eat somewhere. We were just going to get fast food, and we had a whole bunch of relatives down. We were just going to run and grab some fast food real quick. She wanted to go somewhere, and I wanted to go somewhere, and she was like, oh, that's gross. And, like, we kind of went back and forth. And I was like, well, let's put it up for... Is it hot? Oh.
No. I'm laughing at... I'm just like, picturing...
Let's put it up to a vote. And so we went around the room voting, and, like, everybody... I mean, literally, there was, like, one person on her side. Everybody else was mine. And so I was doing this thing, and I was like... whatever, Taco Bell, like Taco Bell, and the last person said Taco Bell, and I go, Taco Bell, and I was gonna do like, one of like a tiger or like a, something like that. I was gonna do this, and I go, Taco Bell, and I just caught her, like she was walking by, and I just, she just went down. Because you don't move very fast.
The last thing she had to hear that before you destroyed her arm. Taco Bell.
Yeah, Taco Bell. Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, I got her good, man. It was a hard one. And her arm bruised up so bad. Like, it was like from here up. It was just a solid, because I caught her like right here. Yeah, poor mom.
Oh, you're a horrible son.
Yeah, I am.
No wonder I'm her favorite.
Yeah, poor mom. My mom, man... growing up with 3 guys in the house and just her, God, I can't imagine. She went through that poor woman. She went through some shit. And then on top of that, she's not gruff or tough or anything like that.
She's not like that.
She's just like, she just kind of goes along to get along, and that's what made it even worse, because there was really no fight back. It was just like,
you
we
and
just
your brother
messed
could
with
be
her
wrestling
constantly.
through the house, and you're like, okay, I guess this is what we're doing now.
We just messed with her constantly. I mean, like, being the butt of the joke for 60 years has got to be tough. It's just got to be tough. Because she's just the butt of the joke always.
But I told you how I like to screw with my mom when she was drunk. Like, they go to Westfest. She'd been going to Westfest since she was 16. We go, and Mom got hammered. She is just talking her ears off, everything. We finally get home from West all the way to China Spring. She goes into her bedroom, and I just lock it from the outside. And you just hear her trying to get out. She's like, Garrett, let me out. Just... oh, wait. Click. She goes, you fucking asshole. It was like,
well, I told you before, my mom is Auschwitz at this point, because now we just walk in and I go, what's up, Mom? And I sit down, and if I don't mess with her in the first like 15 seconds I'm there, she's like, is everything okay? What's going on?
You give her such bad PTSD.
She's like, she'll ask you, like, you sure you're okay? You upset? I thought you were mad at something. I'm like, no, I'm fine, man.
No,
I'm just
chilling.
She's like, okay, well, I mean, like, we can talk about it if you want. You're like, are you upset because I haven't walked in and tried to ruin your day? Like,
you've given her PTSD. Yeah. She's just waiting for it now.
She just walks in going, here it comes. But my brother is not as bad. My brother's kind of her. Like, he doesn't mess with her as much. He still messes with her, but he just doesn't mess with her as much.
He's the one that she can, like, be reassured, like, he won't pick on you that bad.
Yeah.
She can't even go to her husband.
Oh, no. My dad's the worst. He's the one that taught it to us. He's like, watch this. Like, Dad, you're supposed to be on her side.
That was my granddad with my grandma. He's just like, watch this.
Yeah,
make her mad.
Yeah, make her mad. My mom, dude, she hates farts. Hates them. With a pink and purple patch, she hates farts. And you'll know when my dad's about to get her because he'll just like, you just look over and he's just got this shit-eating grin on his face. You're like, here it comes. And you hear, she goes, Tom, go outside. Like it just turns into a nightmare. But you know he's coming because he just, no, stop smiling.
Yeah, man, you just gotta play it cool, and then just all of a sudden just mom looks over. You're fucking disgusting. Or dad will do it. I swear to God, Greg, you rotten ass motherfucker. And I was like, God, see, then people wonder where I cuss.
Yeah,
it's because we drive mom to do it to cuss so bad. Yeah. So when like people tell me at work, they'll just be like, you know, fuck you, Gary. I'm like, oh, you sound just like my mom. Yeah, thanks. You sound just like my parents.
It's endearing. My parents didn't cuss too much, man. My parents never were big cussers. Even my dad wasn't.
I was never, I mean, don't get me wrong. Growing up, I wasn't allowed to cuss around them. No. Even as an adult, I feel bad when I
I don't say I'll drop a damn or a shit. Yeah. But that's about it.
Like, if I'm really hot, I will just kind of look at mom and be like, earmuffs. Yeah. And I'll go with dad. I'm like, this motherfucker, whatever. But yeah, growing up, no, they would do it all the damn time.
Yeah. About the biggest cusser in my household was my grandma, man. She was rough. Like my grandma was a.
Oh, mine was that way. Mine was.
My grandma could throw some cuss words out there, man. And I got her talent because she could lace some together where you were like, I might even know those two went together.
Oh, Mary Valdez, she doing Spanish. It was Spanish and English. It would come in and out.
It would intermix.
And then old Irene Boyd, she just the nicest lady in the world, little Mother Teresa.
That's how my.
One day I heard her say damn, and I flipped my lid. I was like, oh my God, she cussed. I didn't even think she had it in her. I couldn't believe she had 5 kids.
I've heard rumors of my grandma on my dad's side cussing. I've heard the rumor that she said one time. Because I literally have never even gotten close to it.
That's one of those, they're so nice. You're like, I can't even picture you having kids. Because that means you have to have sex. Yeah. Like, how are you? You're so nice. You should be celibate your entire life. That's...
My grandpa could build just about anything in the world, but like plumbing and electricity just
evaded him.
Yeah, I mean he could do it, but he wasn't like quite the expert at it. Yeah. And they had their toilet got clogged up in their old house, and to the point where they had to pull the toilet, and like so it was just the hole, the pipe in the floor.
Yeah,
and he was trying, and he still couldn't unclog it, and my dad was just like, hey man, call somebody, call a plumber, they'll snake it out, and he was like, no, I got it. So he told my grandma to stay in there, and he said, just you keep plunging and I'm gonna go outside and fix this. So he went outside and started the air compressor and started the deal in there and just like turned the air compressor on him like with one of those big silver ones we have.
Yeah. You're just gonna
and like gave it a good and it just blew shit into the bathroom. Everyone's like, it was just like a geyser of shit that came out of there. She was just stop, and like somebody told him to stop or whatever, and I wasn't there, but supposedly they walked in and she just had yellow like those Playtex gloves on. She had those on, and she just looked up and goes, shit. I was like, oh my God, I would have paid money. I would have given a paycheck to see her scream.
That's
shit.
One of those. I've been so bad. Like, why didn't you tell me you were going to do that? Yeah. I would have told you don't.
I would know. Hell, quite the opposite. They'd have been like, what are we doing? You're going to stick that? Okay, go ahead.
No,
let's do that.
Maybe it's because of where we work, because we use them. Like, hey, it's got to go somewhere. No. I would bring it in here.
I would have pulled my phone out and be like, hold on.
Yeah.
All right, go for it.
Go for it, man. Knock it out.
Blow hard.
Oh my God.
I will stop someone if they're about to injure themselves. I will be like, hey, don't do that.
But if I'm going to get covered in shit,
but if
I'm screwed, you're not saying
anything else is going to happen, like if I know what's coming, I'll be like, yeah, go for it.
See, this is why I don't trust you. This is why I don't trust you for shit.
Jason Allen did it to me. What are you talking about? He did it to me. He goes, hey, Marty had that damn bike that he has, and he asked me to go out riding with him, and I was like, sure, man. I didn't know what kind of riding Marty did.
You did like Marty's kind of riding.
Yeah, so I went with Marty, and I go. So he was like, "Hey, you should come out riding." I told him I had a bike, and he goes, "Yeah, you should come out riding with me." And I was like, "Okay." Well, I didn't know what kind of riding he did.
It's just a nice little.
Well, even if we went on the trails, I was like, "Oh, we're gonna go on the river trail," because I have a $200 fucking mongoose. You know, like I'm like, "Oh, I can handle the river trail, but I can't do those other ones."
Yeah. No,
and then Marty shows up with this Lamborghini. And he was like, so we ride up to the top, but this is where the story comes from. I told Jason, I go, yeah, I'm going out riding with Marty tomorrow. And he goes, yeah? What kind of bike do you have? Right then, I should have known something was up.
You should have known, like,
he goes,
why does it matter?
He goes, yeah, what kind of bike do you have? And I go, oh, man, I mean, nothing crazy, like a, little mongoose, a couple $100, so nothing nothing major.
Something at Walmart.
I think I got it from Academy. I was like, just Academy or whatever. He goes, oh, cool, man. Well, you have fun, man. And I was like, okay. And looking back on it now, like after it happened, I was like, I should have known something was up. And he was like, hey, have a great time. Have fun. And he like walked off. And then Marty gets out there and he's like, he goes up to this. He goes, all right, we're going to jump in right here. I look down and this literally went straight down. It was nothing but stumps and trees and rock. And I go down that? And he was like, yeah. I go, no, I can't. I mean, he goes, no, you just got to lean back and go, bud. Like that. And I go, no, Marty, listen.
Marty makes it sound like it's nothing.
I have a $200 bike. Like, it's going to fall apart 30 seconds into this ride. Like, it's just wheels are going to come off. And he was like, no, just, and he was gone. Like, that's how fast it was. He was just gone. And I go, absolutely not. And I just took my bike and pushed it right back down to the bottom, like a little kid. And so I got back the next day and I just looked at Jason.
You had to do a walk of shame.
Oh, yeah, walk of shamed it.
No, I'm not doing it.
I got back and looked at Jason the next day and he goes, so how was that ride? I go, but you knew, didn't you? Like that? And he was like, yeah. He took me out there. He goes, almost died. Damn it.
I just picture Marty just like, no, it's totally cool, man. Just, like, you're not going to die. I swear. Just lean back and go.
That's what he said. I go, I don't even know. That's what I told him. I said, I don't even know how to start. I don't even know what.
Yeah, like, how do I approach this?
He goes, just lean back and hold on. And he just leaned back and went, and he was gone. And I go, nope. Kenny Boy doesn't lean back and hold on. That's not how we do it. I was like,
that's horrible instructions. It's like, lean hey man, how do I approach this steep ass hill and don't break my neck? I'll just lean back and hold on. No. Like, is there like just lean back and hold on?
Yeah, just lean back and hold on.
That's it.
Okay, Marty, sure.
Okay,
that sounds good, I guess. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna walk a shame it back down the bottom.
Sounds like an episode of Blue Mountain State. The guy's gonna get in a fight. He's picturing Chuck Liddell's like, all right, first rule of fighting: don't get punched in the face. Yeah, thanks, Chuck. Great advice.
Great advice. Good for you. I hate. That's what
Picture this: high school, Hills of Children's Creek, steep ass hill going into a creek.
Yeah.
A shop-made ramp, my big ass on a mountain bike with pool noodles cut up and duct taped onto the bike so it would float back up.
Why are you doing it on a 10-speed? I don't understand.
I was a junior in high school.
Oh my God.
The kids' parents made us sign safety waivers.
Yeah.
That way they could.
Well,
smart enough.
Couldn't sue them.
Yeah, well, I mean, Hills Creek, rich-ass family.
Yeah, right.
And I go up there, I'm like, all right, what do I need to do? And it's pretty much the same thing, except they told me, when you're going to hit the ramp, stand up.
Stand up.
Like, okay, cool. Didn't stand up in time. Almost took the ramp with me. Bent the frame of the bike. Had the worst pain in my ass.
Yeah,
but when I hit, I just come up. I was like, my ass. Like, what happened? I just got fucked by the bike seat. I'm gonna have a bruise on my asshole.
No, we used to make ramps when we were a kid, and they were I was like, this is when I look and I go, this is when I tell you, like, before, when my kid got to be 4 or 5, and I was like, oh, my parents didn't know what they were doing. They just like were winging it like I was. I look back on these moments because I just think of like what the ramp looked like when we were like, hey, Dad, look what we built, and he was like, sweet, and just kept walking. Either A, he didn't know what we were about to do and wasn't paying attention, or B, he was just Jason Allen and us and be like, oh yeah, sweet,
yeah, have fun.
Let me go get the video camera.
Yeah. We didn't need a ramp. We had a broken sidewalk.
Yeah.
Back when I lived in Lacey Lakeview.
Just
Back in-
the rampy, broken sidewalk.
Yep, just broken sidewalk. That was our ramp.
Yeah.
Right next to a mean ass Rottweiler.
Oh man, we had one out here because I used to live in this neighborhood.
Yeah,
we
you
had
used to
one
live
out
in
here.
this
Woo, he was the devil. He was a pit bull. He was the devil. We had a chow too. Yeah, we had a chow. And he used to chase my brother all the time.
Well, for the longest time, I was scared of dogs because of when
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
4. I lost my lip, and I was just terrified. You get a fucking Chihuahua near me, I'd go running for the hills.
Right.
Now I'm the biggest fucking dog lover.
Yeah. I've never. I've only had like a few run-ins with dogs, but I guess I've never ran into that dog. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You don't know it till it happens.
yeah, I've never ran into
I
that
thought
dog.
it was a nice dog on a porch at a golf course.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go pet it, and then
I mean, I've had
Kiss of death.
I've had problems with dogs, and I always win. I'm like, oh no, I'm bigger, and I have like you were 4. So
yeah, I was
that-
4. That's it. Now
Every dog I've ever had a run-in with, I've been in my teenage years or older.
That's
so I'm
different,
just like,
yeah.
you have 4 legs. I have a brain and thumbs. Watch this. Like,
whenever I went to my sisters, and they were like, we have geese that are just fucking mean. I was like, that's fine.
That's
I'll
fine.
break its neck.
Yeah, bring on a geese, and bring on a goose or whatever you call them.
I'm like,
and I'm gonna
you
twirl
do
them
know
around
what I'm
by
gonna
his
do is
stupid
I'm gonna
neck.
grab its beak. I'm gonna grab it by its neck and snap it.
Yeah.
Like, we're fine.
I'm gonna swing him around by his stupid neck.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen.
And then all the others, the 50 plus
Yeah.
y'all have in the pond.
Yeah, are gonna go. Wow, that guy's not joking around.
Hey, I want to leave him alone. Either that or all 50 are going to attack me. And you know what? That's a cool way to go.
Yeah, well, they're still not doing.
How
shit.
many? How many's too much for you to fight?
Geese?
Yeah.
I mean,
50?
maybe. I mean, but okay. So it's different when you're talking about different animals. So a
You
goose-
just like you're
so a
hanging out in the
goose-
pond and all of a sudden you're and just.
What has a goose got that's gonna fuck me up?
Apparently they got little jagged teeth in their beak.
Okay, so it's the beak.
Yeah, it'd be the beak.
You know how many goose beaks I'm snapping before?
Yeah. So I'm saying, how
I'm
many is
just
too much for you?
rifling those things off, dude.
How many is too much for you?
I guess maybe.
If you got attacked by 5-year-olds, how many is going to take you down?
Oh, 5-year-olds? Oh, it's gonna be a lot.
It's going to be a lot.
Yeah. Well,
They just swarm on you too. It's
So-
not like one after another. It's just they're
No, I hear you.
swarming
It's
on
just
you.
a swarm like a bee, like a swarm of bees.
And no weapons will give them their hands and feet.
Yeah. So
Weapons makes it too easy.
So here's the question I always have. Are these normal 5-year? These are just you're just talking about normal
just like,
5-year.
well, we're gonna go to the school. We'll go to school when school opens up and be like,
Okay.
like, hey, we need all your 5-year-olds in the auditorium.
So if it's normal 5-year-olds and they just gang swarm me,
Yeah.
I mean they're 5-year-olds. So there's one that's going to be. You know how there's always that one kid when they like throw the Easter eggs out. He's always got to be the first one over
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
You're going to have that kid, right?
Right.
So if they're normal 5-year-olds, you have to put yourself in a 5-year-old mindset, right? So this 5-year-old, there's going to be one out in front. And I am ending his whole career right there. Like, I mean, I'm coming back with everything in me, and I'm going to bring this kid straight off his feet. I mean, it's just going to be a massacre. The other ones are going to see that, so it's the goose thing. Then they're going to be on the run. So then, by the time their little 5-year-old brain figures out there's more of us than there are of him, I've already bodied like probably 20 of them. It's going to be exhaustion that gets me more
Right.
than
Exactly.
yeah, it's going to be exhaustion more than the actual physical overtake. So, I mean, after you've bodied like 25, I can't believe I'm talking about this. After you've bodied 25 or 35-year-olds, you're going to be exhausted.
So 50 again may be the.
Yeah, probably 30, 35.
35?
Yeah. Like a classroom full of, yeah.
How'd we get here?
Oh, yeah, we talk about the stuff. Well, not me and you, but
Yeah.
at work, we talk about the stuff all the time.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
We went with the, what was the one that we went with? Oh, would you rather fight 110-year-olds or 10 100-year-olds?
I think you asked me that before. What did I say?
Yeah.
I like 100-year-olds.
Yeah, you just want to fuck up 10 100-year-olds and be done with it.
All it takes is one kick to their hip and
Yeah.
they're already crawling.
Now, the argument I have, especially like one guy, we asked him about, fifth graders? No, sixth graders. We asked him about sixth graders, like how many sixth graders would it take? And he said some outrageous number. And I was like
500.
Yeah, I was like,
calm
listen,
down.
man, listen. So you're thinking about your kids. You can't
Yeah.
think about your kids. You got to think about that East Compton sixth grader that's
Well, how old are you in the 6th grade? You're
Like
what? 11 or 12?
Yeah. So you got to think about that East Compton sixth grader that's 220. He's already hit 5'7", 5'8".
Already hit that growth spurt.
That's a
There's like,
tussle. That kid's going to be a tussle, man. I mean, he is in the sixth grade, so you're gonna scare him. you're gonna get him. But him alone is going to be a. Meanwhile, you got the other ones coming at you. It's tough, man. It's tough. You're thinking about your kids. You got to think about this is all sixth graders. So like, there's gonna be some Waco High sixth graders in there that ain't like your sixth grader. So you got to think about that.
10 100-year-olds, man. I'm just punching through dust.
Yeah.
Through mush. Oh.
Yeah. And you got to think about your feelings too, because you're gonna have them.
Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna
it's
feel
gonna
bad.
hurt your feelings to fuck up 100-year-old.
They got those 100-year-old dead eyes of just they've seen so much shit.
Yeah. It's tough.
Was it they've definitely had to measure like a child's casket in their life at one point. You're just like,
God.
And you're just like, God, nothing phases them anymore.
Yeah, nothing. They've
seen
dead
everything.
behind the eyes.
They're waiting for death. They're just like, please end me.
Yeah.
But they're not going to go out without a fight. Just.
Yeah. Who? What was her name? Kane Tanaka. She just died like not too long ago. She was the oldest lady in the world.
Oh yeah. She lived to be. How old was she?
124.
Yeah.
Something like that. Just think about it. She was born last century. Like, she was born in the 1800s. Barely. But she was born in the 1800s. That's insane.
How do you make it that far?
I don't want to make it
I don't want to make it that far. That's just... You're a mummy.
Yeah. If I was still up, if I was up moving around and stuff, maybe. But like that lady,
well,
she was
like
just
my
like
great
sitting
uncle.
there feeding her oatmeal.
Yeah.
She was like making weird sounds. Like, oh, kill me.
That's probably what she's trying to say. She just can't say it anymore.
Yeah.
Because that's my great uncle. Yeah, lived to be 101, 102, and when we went to his 100th birthday party, and like the San Antonio, like the mayor gave him, like, here's a certificate of key to the city, that stuff. And I mean, he walked in, he's got a cane, but he didn't really even need it.
Right.
He remembered who I was. I hadn't seen him in damn near almost 10 years, and shit, just sharp as ever.
Yeah.
Goddamn, man.
Now that'd be okay.
Arthur's doing good for 100, man. And then, I mean, 3 or 4 years later, finally, like, all right, enough's enough.
Yeah. Let's go.
It takes one little, grain of sand in that little computer chip to just, now it's fried.
God. Hey, man.
Am I just being really morbid today, I guess?
Oh, my mom is the funniest person in the world, man, because she's so, like, positive about everything in the world. We went to go see that movie today, and she was like, I didn't like it.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
that surprises me that Elvis was dark.
Yeah, it's kind of dark. And she was like, because it's not ruining anything, but in the movie, he talks, his movie, my mom loves Elvis movies. And in the movie, he talks about how much he absolutely hated doing them. He was like, they're the worst. I just want to do something else, but I'm stuck doing these movies over and over again. She's like,
now just ruins all of her, like, Elvis in Hawaii. And
she was just like, I mean, he looked so happy when he was doing them. I was like, they were paying him to look happy.
Yeah, they were paying him to do it.
He didn't walk in and go, I'm doing this for free.
He probably hated his Vegas shows every fucking week. I'm just like, oh, God damn. I got to do this again.
Yeah, it was so funny.
I got to keep doing this shit.
Goes, I am like it. And that's what my dad, I was like, what about you, Pops? He goes, little dark.
Yeah, when you told me that, I was like, really? Because the trailers make it out to like, all right, this is going to be a Disney-fied, just nothing but glamour. Like, no. Can we bring up his multiple little bastards, his drug addiction, and him dying on the fucking toilet with like 10 pounds of red meat in him? Just...
No, they just they talked about him dying, but
they're not going to show it.
Well, yeah, and they didn't like say, they just said it, oh, he died,
right.
Because, and it was more saying he died, showing like how the country reacted to it, that was more the thing they were talking about.
I did that on YouTube one time. It was Watch Mojo's top 10, top 20, whatever, and they did where it was like big events that happened in the world that got overshadowed by Elvis dying, and you're like, really? Because at the same time, something else, I can't remember what it was on there. Something
something huge
historically big, and they're like, why was that not in the papers? Like, yeah, Elvis died.
Elvis
That was
died. Yeah, that was the thing.
yeah, everybody cared about that more.
Yeah. I actually have a friend of mine, his mom was getting rid of a bunch of stuff in her house. I've got it at my house. I need to show it to you sometime. It's not in the greatest of shape. It's not like one of those, like mint condition.
Pristine, yeah.
I mean, condition. It's not in the greatest of shape, but it's the, was it Rolling Stone? Is it Rolling Stone? Yeah, I think it's, no. Yeah, it's the Rolling Stone. It's the Rolling Stone magazine, the cover of Rolling Stone, the one that came out after he died. Like, it's the next one that came out.
Oh, shit, that's cool.
I know, it's cool as hell. Especially, like I said, I've always been an Elvis guy, so.
I've never been an Elvis guy.
Yeah, man, I like Elvis.
Like, I had a kid in, funny enough, middle school. He was one of the weird kids.
Yeah.
But he was fascinated by Elvis.
I am too.
And it was just kind of one of those, like, really? Same with like Beatles.
I care less about the Beatles.
I could care less about the Beatles.
Nah. I was always.
It's the weird. As there's some that those are the popular that everybody loves. I'm like, no, I don't.
Yeah, I never was a Beatles guy. I hate the Beatles. I mean, I don't hate them, but I just they're
I don't buy into it. I just I don't.
Nah, but Elvis was definitely a. I don't. And that was one thing I did like about this movie is they like I've always been one of those people that they call Elvis the king of rock and roll and all this, but they never give him his credit on like Elvis was never shy about like, oh no, I stole this style completely from these people. Like, not that he stole it, but he's like, no,
I'm using what they
I'm influenced by these guys, and the only reason that they're not more popular than me is because they're black, and like this ain't black times, like black people don't come around till later, you know what I'm saying? So like he's like, oh no, I stole all of this. Like, I mean, I'm influenced by all these people.
Yeah,
y'all just don't know about them, like. And that was one thing I was glad about this movie is it's heavy on that. Like, it shows like, oh no, he's like. Everything he got, even like down to like some of his more famous songs, they're like, no, these songs were around in the black community for like years before he ever released them. Just nobody ever heard them. Like, it's because nobody listened to them, like. But now he comes out with it, and they're like, oh, that's the greatest song ever. And he's like, that's been around a while though. Like, there was one song they recorded that like some lady had been singing since like it was some, I can't remember what song it was, but he originally heard it in like a church setting. Yeah. When he was a kid, and he recorded it as an adult, and everybody was like, this new music. He's like, not really though. I heard this when I was a kid.
I'm gonna have to watch this now.
Yeah, it's like that's the part I do like is they didn't make it out like Elvis was a pioneer, and Elvis just like he just grew up he grew up poor in a black neighborhood. Yeah, and picked up all like you think that guy learned how to dance from other white kids? No. He learned how to dance from black kids. Yeah. Like he's like,
dude, he learned to dance from Forrest Gump.
No, he did not. I hated that.
Did you hate that?
I hated that. Some knucklehead out there believes that shit.
Oh, there it is. I fucking love that movie.
Although
to throw him into like every historical little
Although the nice little tie into that is Colonel Parker is paid. Colonel Parker is played by Tom Hanks.
It's played by Tom Hanks.
Very not unrecognizable. I'm not going to say that because as soon as you see him, you know it's Tom Hanks. But you're like, wow, that's Tom Hanks. That's crazy.
No, I remember seeing the trailers and like.
I mean, you know who it is. It's not to me.
It takes you a second to go. Yeah, holy shit, that's Tom Hanks. Yeah.
Yep. I like that Tom Hanks had that cameo in 1883. Did you watch 1883?
Not yet. I need to.
Oh, my bad. It's only a second.
That's fine. You're not. Okay, so apparently there is a study that the whole spoiler shit, that if I tell you how it ends, it's actually not going to ruin the experience because that's the whole point. Right. Is the experience.
Yeah. No, that's a great show.
I need to watch it. I keep putting it off.
It's a good show, man.
I'm watching Stranger Things.
Get out of here.
It's enjoyable. I enjoy it.
Come on, man.
I like it. All right. I got 3 seasons. I gotta get the 4th one in.
My daughter just is head over heels, and she's
I'm not head over heels for it.
You should watch it with me, and I'm like, there's literally no chance that's happening.
I'm not head over heels for it because I enjoy it, but I also enjoy it for like 25 minutes. Yeah. And then I'll go do something. Yeah. And then I'll like, all right, let me catch back up, and then I'm never just like balls deep in it.
Yeah.
Yellowstone, balls deep in it. 1883, I'll absolutely be balls deep in it.
Yeah. Like, don't make the. I can just say balls deep. You don't have to.
Balls deep.
Yeah, no, 1883, you won't get into it like that because that's one of those shows you can only watch a few episodes, like 2 max. So depressing. Like after the second one, you're like, all right,
well,
I gotta watch some happy shit.
Now that we got streaming, where when they come out the season, you get the full season. Yeah. I try to do sometimes of like, all right, this week, I'm just gonna watch one because I do want to savor it a little bit.
Yeah. I'm watching now more. Right now, I'm in the middle of Mayor of Kingstown, and whew, that's a good one.
I watched the first episode to it, and of course, I'm just going to give it away.
It's been out. Go fuck yourself. It's been out for a long time.
Oh, what's his name from Friday Night Lights?
Yeah.
When he gets killed off in the first episode, I was like, oh, shit. I did not see that coming. Okay.
The main character dies.
And what's funny is when I sit back, I go, oh, that's been done quite a bit.
Yeah, just not in the first episode.
Still blows my fucking mind. Yeah. I'm like, okay. So I need to get back into it. I watched the first one. Now that I have Paramount Plus, I can just watch it all.
Yeah. Yeah, 1883 is good, man. It's sad, but it's good.
No, of course it's sad.
And that's one of those shows I can't remember who I was telling those about. I was like, that's one of those shows that like it's sad. And then the next episode is sadder. And then the next episode is sadder than that. And you can think, okay, they're of course making it so sad that when it's a happy time, like it's you're really going to enjoy the happy time, you know? Oh,
nope.
Last episode's the worst one.
Yeah.
It's just, you get done, you're like, that wasn't even a roller coaster. That was just a
straight drop.
That was a straight drop into the concrete. Like, it's so sad.
Wow. We just trekked all the way across the country, which is not technically, but nonetheless, for a better life. And when you get there, oh, it's not a better life. It's even worse.
It's just sad, man.
It's even worse. Just like, yeah.
So bad. God damn, man, this is sad. And it stays sad. It doesn't get any better. It's bad.
Oh, I'll watch it.
Oh, it's good. You'll love it.
I like sad. Makes me appreciate.
Yeah. You definitely watch that one and go, God, I'm glad I have a car and policemen and
air conditioning and medicine and cooked food.
And a vehicle and roads.
Yeah.
Who thought up roads? Those guys ought to get a medal. Yeah, it's tough, man. I couldn't live. Okay, so I would be better. Okay, let's go with this. This is a good question. So, if you weren't born in this time period, where would you have thrived? Like, what time period would you have thrived in? Because I can tell you, like, old Western days, not happening.
No.
I do have a time frame that I would have been good in, though.
Man, that's tough. Me now? I'm thriving here.
Yeah, sure.
My fat ass ain't doing shit.
Yeah, no. But I'm saying, like, if they came up to you and they go, hey, you got to go back to a different time period, pick it out, and you got to go.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's 22-year-old Garrett in decent shape.
Yeah.
I'm thriving where I can drop an axe in someone's head.
Okay. So,
granted, again, I'm not going to live long.
Yeah.
But if I'm thriving, it's thriving because I'm killing people.
Yeah, so that me and you have the same deal because I'm telling you, like, I've told everybody, I cannot go Western because of that kind of shit. Of the having to trek across the country and all that bullshit. They were very nomadic and there wasn't a whole lot of settling down and all that shit. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But put me in a Viking village?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Put me, like in the 1400s England or some shit like that.
There's too much disease there.
There's disease no matter what.
I need to be Viking because it's cold. So diseases they didn't really die of diseases all that much. It's very barbaric. So like, I fit in that because.
You know what? I take that back. Give me like Mongolia, like Great Khan, because you know what? I'm doing a lot of pillaging. I'm setting people on fire and
keep moving.
Just keep on moving. Just live on my horse.
Yeah.
Live on my horse, drink fermented milk, and just
now we're actually doing what we're talking about. Like if we're in our prime, not 41-year-old.
No,
41-year-old Tumor McKenna.
30-year-old Garrett. Hey, where's your prime? Right now.
Right now. Yeah.
I'm too comfortable.
If we're talking about like 20-year-old Kenneth, like where are you put me? Vikings. I need to go Viking.
Oh, boss man, well, my evaluation I was doing on Friday, we were talking about air conditioners and how I keep mine on 68 year round, and he's looking at me, and you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He goes, oh no, mine's on 78.
Get the fuck.
And I'm like, you're a fucking psycho.
Yeah, you're a psycho.
He's, oh no, 74, I'm cold. And I look, I go, no, listen. I said, if it's 108 degrees, the moment I cross that threshold into my home, I should feel a wave of 68 degrees. And that's when he looks at me and goes, see, that's why you're weak. I pulled to you. I go, hey.
I want it right between, my thermostat right in between penguin and hypothermia. Yeah. That's where I want it.
And I told him, I grew up in 68 to 65 degrees year round. Yeah. That's what mom and dad keep it at. That's what they got at right now. Yeah. But I was like, really? He goes, I got solar panels on my roof. I said, oh, okay, this makes sense. You're used to living this way. He goes, do it for 4 weeks, Garrett. And I said, nope. No, we can't even do it today.
I'm not gonna sleep in that.
And then I pulled your argument. I work the hours I work.
Yeah,
100%. I do the hard work that I do and get paid what I get paid, so I can afford those luxuries.
And that's the whole thing. Is like, especially with the one I know you're talking about. It's like, okay, you keep your house on 78, and you get to go to other countries. I keep my house on 68, but I get to live here.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't get to take big extravagant trips, but guess what?
That's fine.
I sleep like a baby.
I sleep like a baby. That's fine. I'll go with like you say. You want to know what that country looks like? Go on Google.
Yeah, just Google photos. It'll everything. Bring up everything.
I think that probably falls into, though. It depends on your mindset. If you're nomadic, you like to go travel and everything. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind traveling. I like home.
Yeah.
I like being home. I like being in my empty box.
Yeah, I like homebody. I'm a homebody for sure. No. If
I want to take a trip, I'll go to Austin or Dallas for a weekend, and I'll bullshit.
Yeah. I don't get too far away from home. I can't. It's just not.
When I went to Georgia to see my sister, by the time it was time to go home, I was ready to go home. I miss my bed.
Also, a lot of people, like, there's some people up there at work that travel, and they'll be like, yeah, I found this ticket for $300 and then I stayed in this Airbnb for whatever, and they'll like name off.
Oh, yeah.
Sure enough, this trip to God knows where across the goddamn pond cost them $600 or $700, which ain't that much. That's actually fairly cheap.
No, yeah,
airfare and all that.
Find a good deal.
But here's where we go back to this guy living in this day and age. I'm like, okay, that means I got to get on a cramped airplane in a tube full of farts, and then I got to go stay in this Airbnb that's not my pillows, not my sheets. It probably doesn't smell like my house, and so then who knows? And
you're only there for 2 or 3 days.
2 or 3 days, and you're coming back. And like for me, I'm just like, no, that's not. I don't want to do that. If I'm going to travel, it's got to be. I want a first class ticket. Yep. I want to stay in the nicest hotel. Like it's
if I'm going to travel, $8 million. If I'm going to travel, say cross country, I want enough time. I'll drive. Because guess what? I'm going to make a fun trip out of it for me.
Yeah.
I can stop and road trip. I'll stop at places too. I don't mind doing that.
Yeah.
But planes, obviously, I don't do well in planes.
Yeah, you got to get a first class ticket, bud.
Yeah.
You'll cruise travel that way.
Well, the plane I was on didn't have first class. They just had first boarding. First one on. So
what kind of shithole plane were you on?
I don't know. Talk to mom and dad.
Oh my god!
Because when they were like, "Hey, we're gonna fly to Georgia,"
they had first boarding,
and then I was like, "All right, cool. Hey, I'll buy my ticket." They go, "Dad, don't worry, we already bought it." I said, "All right, well, I appreciate it. Thank you." Sure enough, I'm waiting for them to be like, "All right, now boarding first class." You're waiting to hear that announcement. And we get close. He goes, all right, first boarding party, seats A, B, and C. And I'm like, like whatever. I'm like, there's no first class. I was like, oh no, it's just first come, first serve. I was like, hey, if you spend the money, you get to
buy a ticket. It was just a general admission.
They're all the same. But if you pay more, it's just so you can get on first and pick your seat. So that way, and guess who was dead fucking last? Us. So then my big ass walks in, I'm like, and everyone who's already either just two with one seat, like, hey man, don't sit here. We just wanted to be us. I'm like, well, this is going to get awkward. We're tripling up with somebody. Sure enough, I got triple up in the back with this old couple. Lady's got a broken leg.
No.
So she's got the outside seat. I have to make them get up so I can squeeze my fat ass through. And I'm just cramped up against the window I'm just gonna watch this movie. I'm shutting the fuck up.
Oh my god! It looked like when you're the new kid on a bus.
Yes.
Just moving their shit over.
And the thing is, mom and dad are an aisle over, looking at me, and I'm like, dad could just tell. Garrett's pissed. Garrett is hating mom and dad right now. Be like, why did y'all buy these shitty fucking seats from here on out, I'll buy my fucking own. I will spend the money for first class or to board first. Why? Because I can afford it.
Yeah. Why are we living like pop?
Why are we living like this? But yet, I'm conservative with toilet paper.
What? Oh, yeah, you are.
There's things I'm not conservative about. And there are things I am.
One that you're crazy. Like, it's so cheap. And there's so many accidents that can happen when you're being conservative. Get you a wad, bud.
I don't have accidents. I'm good. If I have accidents,
You know why?
it's a bad
because you
day.
don't have splattery shits. That's the problem.
I do have splattery shits.
And you just go with that 5 square thing
That
with you?
just that 5, you fold it over, fold it, and then zoop. Man, I'm
Get
just
outta
very
here.
careful. I'm just very careful.
No, you've had shit on your hand.
I'm just very careful. Now, have I had some bad days? Yes. Now, those bad days, I'm not coming to fucking work.
Oh, man.
I'm at home.
I don't know, man. I'm not conservative with toilet paper at all. I'll use a
I
half a
know.
roll.
But when it comes to, travel and stuff like that, no.
No, spare no expense, huh? You go Jurassic Park style?
Dude,
I hear you. I'm the same way. I'm the same way. I'm not traveling like... I'm not traveling uncomfortable.
I'm not experiencing that again.
And then...
I have to make this poor old couple look and go, oh my God, just...
And then on top of that, like, I hate to drive. I mean, let me tell you
I don't
something.
mind driving.
I hate to drive. Like, if somebody said, if somebody came in here right now and was like, you can have the day off tomorrow, but you have to leave right now and go to Dallas, I'll be like, thanks, I'll just go to work. I'm not. I can't. I hate to drive. Hate it. There's nothing about it I like. It's uncomfortable. Everybody's like, yeah, use the right car. No, you don't. All cars are uncomfortable. They're not comfortable cars.
I enjoy driving.
God, I hate it. It's the worst. I don't like.
I mean, I'm not
riding.
gonna do it just every fucking day. Like, that's just the thing. When
Like, if they
when
told me
the
that I
whole-
had to be a truck driver, I'd shoot myself in the face.
when
Just,
Corona Light decided to come around and
Yeah.
no, all businesses are closed. No
Yeah.
one can be out driving around this. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You need to stay home. I just went driving around, and I was
dude.
waiting for like they're gonna pull me over. Why are you out driving? Like, I've been at home all day. I'm already a homebody, but now that you tell me I have to stay home, fuck you. I'm gonna go out driving.
oh man, I'm telling you that. My mom was the funniest one talking about that. She was like, they were like, you have to stay home and you can't go anywhere and there's nothing going on. And I remember her calling me and going, so your life changed none. I was like, no,
Yeah.
didn't change.
Yeah,
a bit.
mine really didn't change any. Only time is just I want to go get something to eat. Oh, I can't do that. Well, I'm gonna go out and drive a little bit just because that's my little moment of getting away.
Oh man, I loved it. I didn't move, and I was like, and they said I can't. So there's nobody calling, going, you need to get out of the house. Like, it's, then for once, I'm in the right here. Who is that? I know I got sidetracked. Sorry.
Squirrel.
Well, I saw, but
I had to explain that to somebody about this podcast when they're like, I want to come on. I was like, well, do we need to have a list of what we're going to talk about? The list?
a list.
Who does a list?
That's a list.
So the only list we did was the Tiger King, but that was
Yeah.
only because we were so amped up that we had to make sure it's down. I said, other than that, we're ADHD. Man.
yeah, it's all over the map.
We squirrel all over the place.
That movie today squirreled a bit. I think that's
Did
why
it?
I liked it. It squirrels a lot. Like, especially at the beginning. It kind of gets the shit together about halfway through, but
Yeah.
first of it, but it's all over the place.
They
Like,
Tarantino
whoa,
you a little bit there. You're just kind of jumping at different spots.
Yeah, oh, what's going on? But for my brain, I was like, yay! Like, this is what I need. Keep me entertained.
Is that your favorite little biopic, like biopic?
No.
No? Which one's your favorite? If you could pick out of the ones you've seen. I bet you've seen a bit on those.
Yeah.
So I think those are your kinds that you like.
Are we talking about documentaries or are we talking about movies that are made after people?
Like movies that are made
Okay, movies that are made
Yeah.
after people. Okay.
Because I feel like that's something that you do like to watch.
Yeah.
That and Adam Sandler comedies.
Absolutely not. That guy's an idiot, along with Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey's. Wow.
So you're telling me if they made a movie about Jim Carrey, you wouldn't watch it?
Oh, no. Absolutely not.
No?
No, not unless they let me direct it.
It's just how would that go?
Huh?
How would that go?
Oh, how would it go? He lived like a pauper. He never got famous. He fucked kids and then he died of AIDS. It was weird. Yeah, guy was the worst. That was after he got out of prison. Like, for money laundering from an orphanage. Like,
You would do that to Jim Carrey?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I would have that on film, and then I would make sure it was in a time capsule so that when they opened it up 300 years from now, they're like, this guy was a real piece of shit. Like, I'm like, yep, he was. He also slapped babies.
I wish I was a billionaire. I'd fund that movie.
Oh, it'd be the worst.
But which one would be your favorite if you had to pick?
If I just one's jumping to the forefront real fast. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not pre-throwing it out there. I'm just trying to think through. But one immediately popped in, and that would be Moneyball. That was that's probably the one.
Yeah,
it's a great movie. There's nothing better. The Ballad of Ricky Bobby. That's.
I was gonna say bullshit.
No, yeah.
That hurts me. You don't like Will Ferrell.
Yeah, no.
Because he's so goddamn funny. That's the other two. I get it. I get what you're saying. With Will, I'm like, I can't.
He's Will Ferrell. I mean, he's them light.
Yeah.
He just
doesn't do this dumb faces.
I don't like. Yeah, no, he just does dumb everything. Like, he's them. He just doesn't make the faces. He's just all the way around stupid. Like, it's getting worse. Like, yeah, I don't like that. That's not my sense of humor. Like, like if I see somebody telling a funny joke, like that's why I like stand-ups. Yeah. And everybody, Jim Carrey was stand-up. No, the fucking idiot did the same exact thing he just did on stage.
There's a lot of funny actors that would be shit stand-ups.
But I don't like if you're standing up there and you're telling a joke that you put thought into, and like or it's something that happens, you're like, I'm gonna tweak it here, I'm gonna tweak it there, and I'm gonna make it a funny little bit. I like that. It's so funny. It makes me laugh.
Yeah.
But getting up there and going, that's stupid. I'm like, get out of here. Like, you're doing stuff to entertain like a baby. You know, like, it's the same thing. You're just making funny voices and faces so a little baby will like, hey, and the bad thing is, what makes me so sad about this planet that we live on is he's so goddamn popular. People are like, oh my God, he's a genius. I'm like, your mom did that to you. When you were a baby, your mom did the same thing he's doing. Do you call her a comical genius? No, you just call her mom. Like, your mom's not a comedic genius. She's just your mom. She just and made weird little noises and faces. That's all he does.
Like, I can't wait for them to make a one for Jim Carrey. That way I can get you to go watch it. Be like, come on, we're going to watch
nuts,
this.
Man. It just drives me crazy that funny face is something that we actually celebrate in this kind. It's insane. It's insane. It drives me like I don't know. I can't even talk about it. It bothers me, man.
So Moneyball is definitely your forefront. Like, that's number one.
I like Moneyball.
I'm probably right there with you. It's a tie between Moneyball and Ray.
I never saw Ray.
Man, Jamie Foxx. You really need to watch it because, like, Jamie Foxx is that good.
Yeah, he is.
And
he is.
Holy shit. They show pictures of Ray Charles, like, younger and getting started, and he looks just like, he looks just fucking like.
So, bringing full circle, Jamie Foxx. I enjoy Jamie Foxx. And the reason I enjoy Jamie Foxx is Jamie Foxx, if you ever go back and look at him in his younger stuff, he started out the same exact way Jim Carrey did. Yeah. He had stupid characters and funny faces. He did all that.
All in living color, yeah.
He matured into another comic. And he matured into another actor. Jim Carrey was just the same guy. He's still the same guy.
Jamie Foxx did it right. He went to where he could go serious, but he could always, like, all right, if you want to go back to funny, you can always fall back on funny.
And he just matured as an adult man. Yeah. He like goes, oh, the funny face thing is kind of like, I need to do something else. Yeah. I'm a grown man here, you know.
Whereas if you look at all right, so like Jim Carrey or Adam Sandler or even Will Ferrell, like, they do serious roles.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Yeah,
it's like, that's weird, man. You've been funny for so long.
Yeah.
Where, all right, take Jamie Foxx. Was on Living Color. Hilarious. Funny, did all the goofy shit, then did serious roles.
Yeah.
Then, all right, hey, you know what? We got a funny movie, you can do it. You can always jump back in.
Yeah.
Because you've already done, goddamn, he's done some damn good serious movies.
And then you take a guy like Jamie Foxx, and this is where I'll give Adam Sandler credit. You take those guys, and like when they walk a red carpet, They walk in, the little reporter walks up. Look, man, it's part of the gig.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what you signed up for.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, the little reporter walks up. They're going to ask you the same 5 questions that reporter just asked you. You're going to answer them again and again. And, like, that's it. You're going to go in. And you stand there like an adult man, and you answer your questions. And then you move to the inside. But it's the same thing. Jim Carrey and that Sacha Baron Cohen idiot It's the same thing.
Yeah.
They come in, and like Jim Carrey has one you can look up right now where the reporter walks up to him and he just walks around him in a circle the entire time they're doing the interview. And I'm like, hey, fuckhead, you're making their job hard.
Yeah.
Like, they're just there. That's their job, man. They're doing their job. And you're being an asshole and making it hard on them because you think that that's what everybody wants to see. No, shithead. They want you to stand there like an adult man, answer the same little questions they just ask you, and move along with your day. But you are such the person that you want to sit back and go, I don't want to be famous. I never wanted to be famous. But then you pulled that shit. Well,
That's
if you
true.
don't want to be famous, then don't bring fame to yourself. Like, because nobody's talking about Adam Sandler answering the same 5 questions, moving on. They're talking about your ignorant ass walking around this reporter like a dummy.
I love getting you riled.
Yeah,
up
it's
like
just
this.
insane.
I love seeing you.
It's movie stars like that, and it's why I don't like him. Because I'm telling you, people that like that guy, good luck. Never meet your hero. Never meet your hero because you're going to hate that guy.
That's
That guy's not a good guy in real life. He's an asshole in real life.
Yeah, because that's what is it? That's okay. Sorry. That's what I like on YouTube. They do like GQ does interviews. Like, hey, what's your favorite roles? And explain it. I like that. I'm like, yeah. Tell me why you like that role.
Yeah,
Like Willem Dafoe does it, and he goes, yeah, we were in Platoon. They wanted me to be the bad guy. Like at first, he goes, no, make him the good guy because he's in Bad Guys and all these movies.
Yeah.
I like hearing shit like that.
Yeah. But no,
I love those interviews and stuff like that. Like,
it's just that guy is just never meet your heroes, man. Because when you do, it's that guy. I'm telling you, is a complete shithead. He's a complete shithead in real life. I guarantee you.
You're getting worked up over here.
Oh God, my ears are sweating. They were like, like those things. I put them on when it was still hot in here.
Oh.
And then when I it just held the heat in, and like my ears are about to go crazy.
Yeah, I got you, man.
Yeah.
I struck a nerve.
If you hit me on movie star, like
yes,
hit me on movie stars or like I don't get quite as riled up about like athletes.
You don't get riled up when LeBron flops, knowing that he's getting paid millions to look like a pussy.
What, when he flops?
Yeah.
I mean,
When he does the whole like cry like, hey, give me that.
two different things. So, am I getting pissed at the flop or am I getting pissed at the aftermath of the flop? The aftermath of the flop, where he's doing the rolling around like a soccer player.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
That bothers me because it's not real. The flop, I'm not mad at the flop.
I understand the strategic importance of flopping. Of like, cool, I was able to get the call for me.
Yeah,
I get that. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the over.
Oh yeah, that drives me
where
crazy.
like, all right, I got elbowed.
Yeah.
Well, let me roll on the floor for 5 minutes.
No.
Just woe is me.
Just do the flop, and it is what it is. Like you're doing it, and everybody knows what you're doing. The ref knows what you're doing, but he's got to call it.
Yeah.
You know, like everybody, that's fine. I
That's
don't
one
mind
of
a
those
flop.
I'm surprised when you see guys when they like and flop, even soccer. Fuck it, dude, doing soccer, whatever. But when they flop, get the call they wanted, I'm surprised they don't look at a camera and be like,
yeah, man.
Got it. I got that motherfucker. I remember one time I think it was in middle school. It was funny enough. It was my buddy Brian. He got nudged.
Yeah.
So he flings his body into the stands. Player got ejected, and you see Brian walk off like,
yeah.
Oh shit! That's like this shittiest. Just like, oh, I did that.
Oh, I did that. I mean, I can remember as I was an offensive lineman, and me and the defensive lineman got wrapped up, and it was one of those, we were kind of going back and forth, and the whistle starts blowing. And I just reached up and grabbed his chin strap and pulled, and it ripped his chin strap off, and then he had like a little baby goatee, and I just pulled the hairs on his goatee, and here he comes, just Chuck Liddell style, and I go, hey, and like did this thing, and the ref ejected him, and I was like, but just 5 seconds before, he didn't see like the
yeah, he didn't see all that shit.
Yeah,
he just sees guys swinging.
Yeah, and he's like, get out. The guy's like,
God, that's what they always say. Like, they never see the first punch.
No.
It's always after.
That's why you don't retaliate.
Yeah, that's why you don't retaliate.
If he got me, he got me. I can't do anything about it. Like, I want to get him first, though.
I want to say that I remember playing with a guy or something that were talking about like how he would pinch the shit out of your love handles, like in a pile or something.
I used to do the inside of their thigh.
Yeah, or something like that.
That was always
and it's
mine.
just one of those until they finally just like flip out. They're just like, God damn it, and just lose their shit.
Yeah. I would do the inside of their thigh, or I would do, especially if you got into a pile with linemen that had a little bit of a gut.
Yeah,
your gut kind of folds over right there. You just grab that fold. I would do that one. Yeah. I was small.
Well, okay, yeah.
I had to do shit.
Yeah,
I was
shit.
small.
Yeah, you got to think outside the box.
Yeah, I was small, man.
I was big,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah,
One hit.
I told you before, the biggest guy that I ever saw, like that we ever played against, I was the center and he was a nose guard, was Leonard Davis. He was 6'6", 330 in high school.
Jesus.
And, oh yeah, it was horrible. My line coach was awesome. Like if you came to him with a problem, he's got the answer.
Yeah.
You know, like, do this, da da da. You need to go in like this. Great. You know, like, and you go out there and you do it and you're like, damn, that works. I just remember he came out and was warming up. Now, mind you, he's that big and he's also the most athletic guy on the field. Like, he's an athletic guy on top
you're
of
just
it.
looking like, oh, there's a pro athlete.
Yeah, and I was like, I just looked at my line coach because I'm the center, he's the nose guard. I'm like, hey man, I mean, what do we do about that, huh? Like, you know, and I'm legitimately asking, like, I don't know. I mean, I could. What am I gonna hit him in the legs? Like,
Right,
he's not gonna do
what do you want to
anything.
do? Like, it's going to take me the entire fucking game just for him to start feeling it.
Yeah, it's like, so what I do here, my coach, I'll never forget, as long as I live, has his whistle hanging out the side of his mouth, and he just looks over and goes, yeah, man, if he starts falling, you better move. And I was like, it's not advice. And he was like, yeah, if he lands on you, it's going to be trouble. He's like, just make sure and get out of the way. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not helping like, it didn't help me
That's
any.
not doing me any favors.
Yeah,
here,
what
man.
happened? Like, what do I do here? He's like, yeah, it's tough, huh?
Hey, how do I, be that guy? Yeah, I know that sucks, right? All right, hey
Yeah,
guys,
so
let's
anyway,
start stretching out.
yeah.
Let's
Warm it up, fellas.
Yeah, come on, let's start warming up.
Let's start warming up, and let's make sure Kenneth's backup is really warm. Make sure he's super warm. Because
I think it was Mahia one. We were playing in Mahia, and I remember we're all circled up. We call it the fat man stretch, and you just spread your legs out wide, start leaning back, and you're like, and we're always joking like, all right, good, that's it, we're done, we're stretching. And now when you go to stretch, but down the field, all the cheerleaders are lined up, and of course their skirts are so small to begin with, little bright blue panties, and just like, god damn, we're sophomores, juniors, and some seniors, and we're just all like, god damn. And our coach is like, all right, focus up. Hey. That's what I was waiting for him to just be like, go run them off. Just like, no. Go run them off. Hey, get out of here. You're distracting us. And it's like, we're all just kind of like, all right, go to stretch. 1, 2,
2, and we're done.
4, 7. You're like, oh, so sorry. Distracted.
Yep. It is that way. It is. Oh shit!
How long have we been talking?
Not as long as I thought, but it is. It's just weird that I looked down a while ago and we were like, I was like, wow, that's it. That's all we've been going, and it felt like forever. And then I looked down and like the time has doubled since then. I'm like, oh, well, how'd that happen? Speaking of the captain, God. So I think.
I can't wait to watch it.
So it's 7 episodes long.
Yeah.
And I think 4 are out right now. Because I'm
gonna wait for 5. I'm gonna wait for 5 because then I'm gonna bit by bit. Because I'm not gonna wait a week for each one. I'll probably watch 2 a week.
I'm gonna wait till 5 because I'll catch it up at 5, and by that time 6 will be out and ready to go.
Yeah.
And I'll watch the last 2 live.
When he was retiring, my dad watched that fucking commercial. Remember the respect everyone took that? He watched that probably 3 times a day,
dude.
And I don't blame him. I love the fact they got Billy Crystal in there. Yeah. They got Red Sox fans to do it. They had a lot of who's.
So Joey on your team, Joey, his favorite player in the entire world, because he's a diehard Yankees fan.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that, but he's a diehard Yankees fan.
I didn't know that.
Diehard Yankees. It's the only team he actually roots for. He doesn't have a favorite team in any sport except he roots for the Mavericks and the Yankees. That's it. Okay. He doesn't root for anybody. He doesn't have a football team. Doesn't have a college team.
Yeah.
Nothing. Yankees, Mavericks. Other than that, he's out. And Mariano Rivera was his favorite player, of all time.
Oh yeah,
Rivera was his favorite.
I teared up when he retired.
So he mapped it out on the schedule. He looked on the schedule and was like, okay, his last game is going to be in Houston. So he was going to play in the Astros.
Yeah.
Because he told him he was retiring that year. This is last year. So he mapped it out. He goes, oh my God, they're going to be in Houston. That's going to be the last game for the Yankees and the Astros. Because at that time, neither one of them were going to make the playoffs.
Yeah,
so he was like, that's the last game for the Yankees and the Astros. So that'll be his
That'll
last
be it.
game. That'll be it for him. You know, he's like, so I'm definitely going to that because I want to be there for his last game. And so he gets tickets for this game, and he goes down there, and it's like the first game of the series or what, or it's first game of the series, because then after that, I don't think he's going back to New York or some shit like that. I don't know.
They're probably going to finish the last two in New York in some weird way.
He goes back. I mean, he goes to this game, and the series before they played the Astros, they played at New York.
Yeah.
And so Rivera came out after he'd already bought the ticket and said, I'm not going to play in the Astros series because I wanted to finish my career in New York. So he did his send off in New York, and he's like, I'm out on the Astros series. And he was just like heartbroken. He was like, I paid so much money for this ticket because everybody did the same thing. They're like,
everybody's like, I want to go see.
Expensive, you know. Nah, that expensive.
That was one of my favorite pitchers growing up. Whenever I was like Little League, I wanted to be him and Roger Clemens. So like that's who I would want to pitch like.
Yeah.
And that was when my dad's like, dude only had 2 pitches.
Yeah.
All fastballs.
Yeah. I was always a Billy Wagner guy. Love Billy Wagner. He had the best. So when you saw him come out, and he comes out, and he was kind of like Rivera. He came out. I can't remember what Metallica song he came out to, but he came out to some Metallica song just like Rivera did, and Wagner was a closer, you know. So he came out to some Metallica song just like he did. And I had never seen the guy in an interview. I'd always just like seen him, and he's got the big baseball goatee, you know, and he just looks like an animal, you know, just big dude, big ripped up dude. Needed to come out. Through 102, you know, he's just amazing, you know. And so I saw him on an interview for the first time. They were asking him about coming out to that music. They were like, how'd you pick that music? Little did I know, this is the biggest hillbilly on face of the earth. And he's like, I'll be honest with you, I don't even know the song. He goes, somebody picked it out for me. I was like, I just ruined it.
That just ruined it.
I listen to metal my whole life, and you know, no, he has a kind of a high pitch.
I kill animals while I'm listening to this. I was like, he's a monster. I love this. You're like, I
don't know, man. Somebody picked it out for me. Hell, I don't even know the song. To be honest with you, and I was like, oh god, that ruined it. That didn't ruin it, but it did, you know, put a damper on things.
I was a big Mario Rivera, Roger Clemens, and I was a big Michael Young fan.
Yeah,
when he was with the Rangers. Yeah, because I also played first base.
I mean, you can't be a Rangers fan and not like Young. So
yeah, well, because I was playing first base, and at the time he was playing first base.
Michael Young,
and then I learned that like, oh, he's been all over. He's a Golden Glove for a reason. Like that just was one of those.
Michael Young is.
I wanted to be him as well.
Michael Young is our Jeter. He's that guy. He's a Ranger. Like that's the Ranger. If you ask anybody like who's the Ranger, they're either gonna come up with 2 answers depending on their age: Nolan Ryan or Michael Young. That's all they're coming up with. But yeah, Michael Young is just the other Ranger.
My sister, she was a huge Pudge fan.
Yeah.
So that's why. So this is why people look at me like I'm crazy when I said no, I'm a Yankees and Rangers fan, and they look at me like I'm insane. It's because, all right, we live in Waco. What baseball game do you think we're going to go see?
Yeah.
We're going to go see the Rangers play.
Yeah, sure.
I loved Pudge. It was Juan Gonzalez,
By the way, none of this argument makes sense, but go ahead.
Oh, fuck off. Rafael Palmeiro before the whole steroids. I used to have posters of him.
What does that matter? You're a steroids guy?
Yes and no. Yes and no. Early on, I was against the whole steroids thing.
Sure.
But as I get older, I get it.
Yeah.
Like I get why.
But
when would we go? When the Yankees played.
Yeah.
Because we were also Jeter fans, Mario Rivera fans. It just worked out perfect.
Yeah.
So yeah. Those are the only games I would ever go to.
Yeah. Can't be those at the same time though.
I can. No, I'm a living proof you can.
Living proof you can.
But so the steroids thing, when I was younger, I'm like, no, you can't have a record if you're on roids. But at the same time, I go, okay, I get it. Hey, I'm an all-star on this team. I'm making a lot of money. Fuck, they're bringing in these young guys to beat me.
Yeah.
I'm losing my edge. Hey, this is going to keep me in the game longer.
Well, and aside from that, like, I mean, so to me, you cannot get onto a guy. It's okay. It's like this.
When it comes to keeping your job and like, hey man, I'm trying to keep this bad boy going. I get it.
It's not even that as much as it is like, okay, all 40 of us in this room are all doing it. You're all going to get into the Hall of Fame, and I'm not because I'm the bigger name, and I should have known better. Like, no, we were all doing it. Like, what are we doing here? There's 50 of us on this team, and we literally were all doing it.
Well, and that's where it goes. All right, either allow it or don't.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna do it, let them all do it.
And I just couldn't ever get behind the whole baseball and steroids thing because it's like they're doing steroids. I'm like, I'm sorry. Have we not seen NFL linemen? You think they just get that big?
So
like,
that was me. That was me with the whole. That was me with the whole pitching controversy about oiling up and putting some slick on the ball.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. You know how long they've been doing that? You know how like that's it's the untold truth in baseball that we're gonna try to cheat in little ways to beat you. It's only cheating if you catch me. It's that way in sports no matter what.
No.
Oh, signal stealing. Well, yeah. If you're not covering your signals that well, why would I not try to steal your signal? I get it. That's why maybe it doesn't shock me anymore.
I guess the only argument I have for that one is if you're doing it like the Astros were doing it, that's jacked up. If you're using cameras and stuff like that, that's different. But if you're just stealing signs, hey man, everybody steals signs.
Yeah, everybody steals signs.
Yeah, hey, that's why they change them every inning.
Hey, I figured out your third base coach. I figured out his sign.
Yeah, but that's why they change them every inning. So
right, exactly.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Right.
Let's be honest.
But now when it goes to, we're not going to do. I'm not talking about a Belichick. Like, hey, take that camera and go film their practice.
Yeah,
like that's a little jacked up. Man.
Yeah, that's weird.
But hey, in the middle of the game, I picked up your shit. Yeah, and I know what you're doing. That's on your part.
That's just you being stupid.
Yeah,
that's just you being stupid.
Don't be mad at me because I figured you out.
Yeah. Well, I guess we're at the end.
I've been all over the place today.
It's good though.
Yeah, it's good.
I like conversation ones.
Yeah, we'll do a debate on the next one.
So the one thing I do have to ask you is, we're both dressed in black. Do you want a hug?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
You'll never get a hug from me. I think the only hug you got from me was when I could have cracked your ribs.
Yeah, I think
we were doing it at work that day, and I think you even told me like, don't, because you might shit.
Yeah, I was about to shit my pants.
Yeah, and I was just kind of like,
So no hugs, hearty handshake?
No.
A friendly goodbye?
No.
Bye, buddy.